Juarez.
I like that. You know, it's a 6-round fight, no feeling out. You know, 4-round fights are even tougher. There shouldn't be a feeling out process. 6 rounds, just go in there and start throwing, man.
Nah, I wouldn't advise that.
With caution, of course. But I'm talking about in a 6-round fight, you can't give away a round.
Right.
What a round from Sebastian Juarez. As it was highlight city, champ.
And you know what stood out? His focus. I mean, the guy's facial expression didn't change. That lets me know he's locked in. But those are some great combinations. I would love him to go to the body like he did there. But first round was amazing.
Yeah, and he's getting in and out, too. Like, in and out. He's landing his shots, and he's getting right out of the pocket, not letting Cameron come back with anything.
And he's landing with leverage. Serious punches.
Let's go to work, brother.
Let's go. And it looks like Sebastian Juarez is clocking in for his 9 to 5, and right now it looks like Shaquille Cameron might be clocking out of a 12-hour shift. That was a rough first round. How does he come back? We'll find out right now.
He's going to have to land something to get the attention of Juarez.
Uh-oh.
He's got to do it early.
Looked like he tried to go with the left hand of the body there. A little bit of a trip, as you tend to have with the southpaw orthodox matchup. Nice right hand of the body there from Juarez. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Body right there. Go to the body.
Get off his head. Get off his head.
Juarez with the right hand and a hook.
I love the way he put both hands together, though, when he does start his offensive attack. That's going to serve him well.
That's a wide looping shot. Don't throw that again.
And you're seeing just effortless defense right now from Juarez, not taking a ton of energy to get out of the way and looking to fire off after.
I still would like to see that front hand get a little busy. It'll open up all those power shots for him.
You can just see the difference in just ferocity and power on these punches. As Juarez is now going to the body.
He is making an effort to go to the body here in the second round.
Oh, my goodness. Teeing off here.
And this is what we want to see from Chavez the last round, a little bit more energy and aggressiveness.
These right hands are devastating.
And they're short, too.
How Shaquille Cameron's taking some of these.
They're short, compact punches.
My goodness.
Yeah, a guy can take a punch.
Oh, my goodness. A left hook there as well. And another right hand.
His face starting to wear it, though. Both eyes look like they're swollen.
Yeah. Only 5 minutes into this fight.
Taking some vicious punishment. But again, fair play to Shaquille Cameron. He's standing right there.
Look how relaxed the young man is.
Oh, nice right hand to the body, then upstairs. Champ, you got to like that variety.
Oh, yeah. He's a fighter, bro. Focus.
Big swings and misses there from Shaquille Cameron.
Got to be careful with that head inside, holding that chin straight up. You can get a headbutt like that.
And again, Juarez looking to set up. Look at that hook, and he
that
hurt him. Another big shot. 2 left hooks hurt Shaquille Cameron there. He's on his feet.
Don't size him up. Don't size him up. Don't measure him.
May just take a couple more from Sebastian Juarez. You can even see that the punching power of Shaquille Cameron has been just depleted by the amount of shots he's taken and by the effect they've taken on him.
Oh, yeah. He's looking worse for wear right now.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Referee taking a look, but
Yeah, she's getting in there,
responses
getting
to punches are not great at all.
Yeah, her eyes are dead set on Juarez.
I'll let him knock him down at least before we stop it.
We haven't even got it.
Yeah. Get him off his feet.
Yeah.
Get him off his feet.
Last few seconds here in round 2.
I wonder what the corner has to say for Juarez.
Oh, my goodness. Big-time body shots from Juarez.
Now, Juarez walking in. Woo. He's walking in. When he up his competition, he won't be able to do that.
Those counters are coming.
Most definitely.
Got to set it up. And it's what you've talked about, pretty much in every fight we've seen so far is that jab. If you're going to walk in there, make something there to mask it. Give them something to look at.
That's the key.
You choosing to get your ass whooped. You let him walk to you. You're not throwing no punches. You just letting him get off. You need to throw punches. Because I'm going to let the referee stop it because he whooping that ass.
This is it. You get hit 2 more hard combination, I'm going to stop this.
I told you, you need to fight, bro. Stop. Don't tell me, no, you need to fight. Go out there and fight. Let your hands go. And then he hit you and said it's not hurting you. So you throw back. You freezing. No need to freeze. Work off the jam.
Said I wanted to hear from the corner. We heard from the corner.
I mean, listen, you can't get more real than that, Antonio. He's telling him exactly what's happening out there.
Oh, yeah, the corner man, he's not sparing no punches, bro. He's giving it to him real, and that's what these fighters need to know. Don't lie to me. Tell me the truth.
Box.
We go in round 3. Let's see if any of those words were motivation for Shaquille Cameron, if he can turn the tide in this 3rd round. Because as of right now, it's been one-way traffic, complete devastation by Sebastian Juarez.
I don't think he's going to turn the tide, but he can fight a little better than he's been fighting.
There's a nice right hook to the body from Cameron.
Keep him up, keep him up.
More offense.
Get off his head, get off his head.
Sebastian Juarez
Don't push him.
throws Shaquille Cameron into the corner. Again, you just see the difference in power, just moving him around however he wants.
Strength, power, technique.
Don't hold him, don't hold him.
Pretty much every
You're holding him.
intangible
Ain't hitting him.
is
Don't do
going
that.
towards
Don't do that. You understand?
Cameron in
Hey,
this one.
pay attention. Box.
Referee taking a close look there. Had some holding from both fighters in that
Stop,
exchange.
that's enough.
They're
Yeah.
stopping it.
I've seen enough.
Yeah, I mean,
Without a
I
knockdown.
mean, you know, it wasn't the best stoppage, but it was
He wasn't throwing anything back.
that was the result. It was just a matter of time. So why just let a young man get beat to death in there when, you know what I mean, he's not even competing?
yeah, when we look at that one, Antonio, obviously maybe you want to see him put him down one time before you stop it, but at the same time, when there's really nothing coming back, like, yeah, the punches are being thrown, but there's no power there. There's no intent there.
Right.
And Juarez is just continuing to mow him down. At a certain point, I don't mind a referee going, you know what, this is only going to get worse.
Right, exactly. I think it was a good stoppage on that note.
Especially hearing, by the way, as she walked over to the corner and
They're
said,
saying the same thing.
yeah, the corner's saying the same thing, and she's telling you, listen, you got to show me something. And unfortunately for Shaquille, he just wasn't able to.
And then if the ref tell you she's going to give you one more round, then that's giving you all the information you need to know.
But on a good note, what a performance
Yes.
for Sebastian Juarez. You know, again, a young guy's 20 years old,
Wow.
already now 8-0, and that'll be another stoppage, so 6 KOs on his record. How do you move a guy with that much potential, with that much power and flash?
Well, you know, you got to take your time because of the age he has time to grow. But now it's important that he get those lessons. He has to start and develop a jab if he want to get those power shots off like that when he step up in competition.
But I like what we saw. Came right out of the gates throwing heavy artillery. He had a guy in there that he knew that he was better than, and he got the stoppage win. It would have been a lot, you know, he could have went in there and played with his food, Antonio. He
No.
wouldn't have been happy with that.
Right.
He went in there, he knew he was better, got the stoppage win, and then he goes back to the drawing board, because he will go back to the drawing board. Bob Santos will show him the tape and find things that they can improve on.
Most definitely.
But folks, we still have a banger of a main event coming your way. It's a Ferreira versus Ferreira matchup. Beatriz Ferreira, your IBF World Lightweight Champion, puts her belt on the line tonight versus Maria Ferreira in our main event right here at the Caribe Royale. Don't miss it. It looks like our fighters are now getting ready for our official decision, but I guess the last thought here, right before we get this official, Dan, is what do you want to see out of Sebastian Juarez next? Do you want to see that step up in competition, or do you want to see another fight like this where he has an opportunity to work on something?
Well, he's with Box Labs and he's with Bob Santos, so they know how to move their fighters, so I fully trust his team.
All right, let's go ahead and send it now to Dasha Carrette with our official decision.
In the 3rd round, at the 52-second mark, referee Alicia Collins has stopped this bout. Your winner by technical knockout, Sebastian Juarez.
Winner by TKO, Sebastian Juarez moving to 8-0 with now 6 knockouts. And again, you could see it in that double shot there, just the eyes swollen, almost shut on Shaquille Cameron.
He did that in about 6 minutes, so that's really impressive.
What a performance, and what a moment as you see everybody there from the Box Lab team. They're pumped about their fighter. We're gonna take a look at some highlights just one more time to submit this thing. Antonio, tell me what you saw.
Young man have a lot of poise, a lot of control for a young guy. Like I said, I just like to see a dominant jab, and man, he's the one to watch. He's the one to watch. Both hands going right there. You love his aggressiveness. Great looking prospect.
Fantastic looking prospect there. and once again, a dominant performance. Well, that's our first fight of the evening, folks. A banger of a fight and a fantastic performance for a young prospect in Sebastian Juarez. But it's time now to bring in the fourth member of our team in Sibley Skulls, who's standing by with a special guest.
That's right. I'm going to introduce the man again. The man, the myth, the legend. Mike Leonardi is backstage with me right now. Prospects 13.
Crazy, right?
Sir, did you think we would get here? Was this always the vision? And how do you continue to level up every single time?
Oh, man. Did I think we'd get here? Yes, but is it still kind of a nice surprise that we're here still, 13 in? Yes,
Yeah.
100%. And look, we try just incrementally better, little by little, every show. Easier said than done, but, increase the level of competition a little bit, have a world title fight on the line, championships, Prospects Championship Edition, so, I mean, look, it starts becoming like a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? People see the product, they see the presentation, the production, they get excited, the good fights, they want to be a part of it, so that helps big time.
I know you have to have a smile on your face when you are putting these matches together. What is your favorite part about that, to be able to have a card like this?
My favorite part about prospects, this level of boxing, is giving fighters opportunities.
Yes.
Because the big arena shows are amazing. Jake Paul pay-per-view, it's amazing. Everyone has a great time. It's everyone's biggest moment, the whole card. But we get a lot of fighters on prospects that are working their way up, and they're willing to take really difficult fights to get to that level. Like Tony Aguilar is like a prospects poster child.
Absolutely.
Right? He's been on prospects. He got a draw. He got a win. We gave him a rematch on, Paul Perry on the pay-per-view. He took a really close L, so now he's back to prospects, jumping in. What a hard fight against the undefeated fighter. I mean, guys like Tony is what makes this product really fun.
And it's got to be cool, too, to see the crowd and the fans. I mean, you're streaming, you got the prelims, then you got the mains, working together and putting it out there. The fans have got to reach out to you, too. I know there's people DMing you, writing you afterwards.
Yeah,
It's got to feel good to be able to make that card happen like that.
It does. It always does, right? And we have fans here in Orlando. They haven't, all the prospects haven't been in Orlando, but the majority have been here at the Carib. And, we have fans that come every single show. We have some fans that they buy front row tickets every time as soon as they go on sale, and that's like as great of a stamp of approval as you can get. Is people come, they have a good time, and they feel like they got their money's worth in entertainment.
I don't think I'm supposed to ask you this, but what do you think's happening tonight?
Oh, man.
You can't make any predictions,
I think we have a great night of boxing, including a women's world title in the main event. Beatrice is, she's a beast. They call her the beast. She's a beast. Two-time Olympic medalist. Not a lot of them out there. Undefeated world champion. But Maria Ferreira is in phenomenal shape.
Absolutely.
Saw her at the weigh-in. She said, I'm not leaving without this title. I've been working my entire life for this. So, that's what it's all about.
It'll be really interesting, and Brazil is in the house.
Brazil is definitely in the house. I have to give a shout out, Keno Marley, new signing to MVP. He was meant to be in the co-main event, suffered an injury just last Friday, and had to pull out. So Keno, get well soon. Looking forward to having you back. And, he's that next wave of Brazilian stars, two-time Olympian, super talented, and he's got a great personality also.
Mike, listen, we're going to keep our eyes peeled because I know you got more coming on the way, but stay tuned for more right here. Prospects 13, we're in Orlando, baby.
Peace.
Appreciate that, Sibley. Prospects 13 is underway, but coming up June 28th on DAZN pay-per-view, it is El Gallo de Dorado. Jake Paul taking on the son of a legend and a former world champion, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. That one right there, gentlemen, is what I want to talk about. Let's start with you, Magic Man. How do you see that matchup, Jake and Chavez Jr.?
Well, Jake got some of the best trainers in the world, and the way he's been preparing for his fights over the years, I think he'll have definitely a leg up. Chavez got to get back to the grind, you know what I'm saying? It's been a while since we've seen him active and consistently active, so we'll see what he has left. But I think if Jake come in tip-top shape, I got to lean toward him to win this fight.
What do you think, Dan?
I think it comes down to what Chavez wants to do in this fight. If he comes in shape, if he comes in motivated, there's a lot on the line for him. This is a guy who has had an up and down career. We know that former world champion has fallen on some hard times, but now is an unbelievable opportunity, because say what you want about Jake Paul, there are people out there that will want to watch him win. There are people out there that want to watch him lose, and Chavez has a chance to deliver an L to Jake Paul. And maybe, you know, with the father as well, one of the greatest Mexican fighters of all time. There's a lot of storylines in this fight, but if Chavez comes in shape with his 60-plus fights, he's going to give Jake a tough fight. And that's all we can ask for as boxing fans. I do think Jake will come out on top, like you said, better training, and just seems like he wants it more. But I'm looking for a fun night. I'm looking for a great fight. And in Chavez, I believe if he comes in shape, can provide that.
Well, let's talk about, you know, it's one thing to come in shape, but Chavez moving up in weight as well. And Antonio, you did that in your career as well. How difficult is that part of it going to be?
You know, when I look at this particular fight, I think power is going to be in Jake Paul's favor. You feel me? If they exchange punches, Jake, the stronger, bigger guy.
Naturally bigger.
Yeah, naturally bigger guy. I think the power, you got to lean toward Jake Paul.
And for Jake, you know, this is an opportunity we've talked about for him to beat an established name. Regardless of where you think that Chavez Jr. is currently, it's an established name. And listen, make no mistake about it, Jake has said he wants to move up to potential world title contention. And he's got Zurdo Ramirez on the card. They've talked about Badu Jack as well, and that may seem very far-fetched to people, but that's the goal, Dan.
Well, cruiserweight has become a fun division. It's always been a division with a lot of power. We're going to see that on the co-main event with Dorticos and Zurdo, and they put Zurdo on this card. They put cruiserweights on this card for a reason. If Jake Paul is serious about becoming a world titleist, there are some cruiserweights that are there, whether it's Badu Jack, whether it's the winner of the Zurdo and Dorticos fight. It's there. I talked to Oscar De La Hoya earlier this month.
You didn't mention Jayo Pataya. Why didn't you mention?
Oh, I
was making sure.
I'm trying to get somebody
There's
killed.
a reason we made
out about the best cruiserweight of them all, Jayo
yeah.
Pataya. I'm sure he would love to get in the ring with Jake Paul as well. But I was talking to Oscar earlier this month, and he said it's no secret or it's no mistake that we put this fight on the undercard, because we can build that up if Jake wants it. That's what he said.
I'm just going to ask you straight, Antonio, do you see Jake moving toward world title level?
You know what? It's a process, bro.
Yeah.
It's a process. I mean, he got great trainers and everything, but, man, it just takes a lot to be elite.
I mean, no amateur career.
It takes a lot to be elite.
Right? No amateur career. He's started this boxing journey late for where most people do start it. So he's up against it. I respect the challenge, obviously, of going ahead and trying to do that. And this is a step toward it. And we've talked about the challenges for Jake and what potentially can happen if he wins. I saw an Instagram post today from Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. where he is marking off names on his way back to a potential Canelo rematch.
Oh,
and
wow.
maybe trying to get that.
Wow.
That's
Everybody
what I
has
see.
their own goal, right?
That's what I want to see out of Chavez, because he is getting close to 40, but he still has some years left in the tank. If he wins this fight, it opens up opportunities everywhere, because Jake is one of the 5 biggest names in boxing. So if you can take off Jake Paul, and if you can get that win for Chavez, he could get big names in boxing.
So what do we think? Just real quick. I know he said Jake wins. How? How do you think he wins? Are we talking knockout? Are we talking goes the distance? What do you think?
You know, with what Jake showed us against Mike Perry and Mike Tyson, I think he'd come out and be himself. You feel me? And see what Chavez brings to the table. But, of course, when Jake let his hands go, he trying to detonate. So, Chavez got to have some defense with him.
Late stoppage. I don't know who yet.
Don't know who yet.
I'm not going to give it away yet. I mean,
I'm just saying, we got some time. We got some time to marinate on it. That's true. That's true.
I like to give it out the night before.
Okay, all right. Saving it for Inside Boxing over here. But yes, make sure you guys tune in on DAZN pay-per-view Saturday, June 28th, and live in the Honda Center in Anaheim, California. My backyard, Jake Paul versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. You do not want to miss that one. And folks, we are still right here at the beautiful Caribe Royale Resort in Orlando, Florida. Our card tonight is just getting started at this beautiful resort and stay. And you don't want to miss what's coming up next. Our tale of the tape between Alexis Chaparro and Daijon Gonzalez. Gonzalez 8 years the elder. Chaparro with the reach. He's 4-0 with 4 KOs. He's a fashion model and MVP. Very excited about this young man.
This second preliminary fight finds itself in the middleweight division. Making his way to the red corner from Davenport, Iowa, Daijon Gonzalez.
Daijon Gonzalez. 12-6 with 6 knockouts from Davenport, Iowa. 32 years old. Obviously, right now it is get going or potentially let's move on with what we're doing. This is a massive moment for him, a veteran in this game, as he tries to play spoiler to a young prospect that a lot of people at MVP are excited about.
And his opponent, making his way to the blue corner from Ridgewood, New York, Alexis Chaparro.
And you hear the fans in attendance. Team Chaparro in the house. Chop is 4-0 with 4 knockouts. He's balancing boxing and high fashion modeling, Dan, something you know nothing about.
Whoa. I know a lot about modeling, not much. I never stepped into the ring, but I know Chaparro, he's looking to kind of like shed that model, you know, like I'm gonna be a fighter.
Right.
Like that helps me pay my bills. It helps me, you know, do all that. But he's looking good, man, 4-0, and he's improving every time he steps into the ring.
This next bout is set for 6 rounds in the middleweight division, and it is brought to you by Event Ticket Center, Fansly, the best 18 and over content creator site, as well as Celsius, Live Fit, Essential Energy. Your judges for this bout are Tina Griffith, Michael Ross, and Efrain LeBron. Your referee is Emma Lombardi. Future champions are created from the most valuable prospects. With that being said, let's meet our fighters. Fighting to my left, first in the red corner, wearing white and gold, with an official weight of 162 pounds and a record of 12 victories, 6 defeats, and 6 of those victories by knockout. From Davenport, Iowa, Daijon Gonzalez. And his opponent, fighting to my right in the blue corner, wearing black and white trunks with the Puerto Rican flag up top, with an official weight of 162.6 pounds and an undefeated record of 4 victories. Those 4 victories were by knockout. From Ridgewood, New York, Alexis Chaparro.
All right, guys. All right, we went over the rules in the locker room, all right? I expect a good, clean fight out of both of you, all right? Pay close attention to my commands. Protect yourself at all times. Touch them up, wait for the bell.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Intensity in that stare down for this middleweight matchup. 6 rounds. Alexis Chaparro, 4-0 with 4 knockouts versus Daijon Gonzalez, 12-6 with 6 knockouts. Round 1. Here we go.
Big time experience discrepancy. 5 rounds for Chaparro. 4 fights, 81 rounds for Gonzalez.
That means Chaparro should learn something tonight. He's in there with a guy that's much more experienced than he is, and maybe he have to think his way through this instead of physically blow these guys over.
And another Orthodox versus Southpaw matchup here.
For now, he might switch.
He might switch. But you already see Chop looking to go lead hand heavy with the jumping in left hook and then the jab behind it.
But the bigger frames, he's got the length advantage, height advantage. That's Chaparro. If he's going to use it. Just how many times have we seen a bigger, taller fighter not use their jab, kind of smother their work? Chaparro has some physical advantages right now in this fight.
It's a nice jab from Chaparro. Nice counter punching there from Gonzalez.
Gonzalez's hands look a little quick.
They're fast.
A little quick.
That was a really quick 1-2 he landed in there. Got the attention of Chaparro early.
There's a solid jab from the young prospect in Chaparro.
And I'll say this again. I think that jab is the key for all these young fighters to really open up their offense.
And right now, you know, a 6-round fight, usually we'd say there's not a ton of time for a feeling out process, but that's what you're seeing in this first round from both fighters. No one looking to be super aggressive. I think the respect there is mutual.
Not a lot of punches being thrown, but Chaparro is applying a lot of pressure.
There's a big-time combination from Chop Chop.
And he's applying, look, he's walking him down. And, you know, judges will look at that. Ooh, that right hand was just a mark.
That was good timing on that right hand.
Just inside the counter left hand of Gonzalez, and Chop Chop looks very, very nice.
Wow.
To start this fight. Very sharp with his hands.
And he's quick, too. You see that he's very fast with his hands to be a big guy.
He's fast with the hands, too, and also not a lot of tell behind some of these shots from Chop Chop.
It's 0 to 100.
That's what you're looking for, champ. His last 45 seconds in this first round. It's been a great start for the young prospect, Chop Chaparro.
I love the way Chop put something behind that jab, and he's doing it. He's changing the rhythm.
Yeah, huge shot. He's got Gonzalez on the ropes early.
That was a blistering combination.
There's a left hand from Gonzalez to try to alleviate the pressure, but Chop all over him in this first round.
You got to always anticipate something coming back.
And that timing and those combinations from Chop a little different than what you see, like you said, Antonio, from bigger guys. He's really snappy with those punches.
He's smooth with it.
Another jab right there.
And then note it,
and immediately you see Chop is not here to search for another prospect level win. He's looking to put a performance on here to steal the show.
And fighting a guy with 18 fights, he's only had 4. He looked like the more experienced fighter in this fight.
I need that.
Starting it very quickly here.
That pen up a little more. All right.
And landing some devastating shots.
Also stoic in the corner, not breathing hard, just staring right across. There was a lot of Chaparro. Took him a little bit to warm up. First minute was that prototypical feeling out process, but then blistering fast hands of Chaparro. Multiple combinations found the mark. Quick hands, Antonio.
Yes, I was impressed with the variations of the things that he was trying to do. That right hand, sometimes he was right here in the jab form and he snapped that right hand off. I mean, this kid is mixing it up real good. He's getting in his bag.
Mouthpiece.
Second round here.
Box.
Let's see if Gonzalez can turn the tide a little bit as we start this second. Got a little overwhelmed toward the end of the first round by the prospect. And another big-time jab to start the round.
And he's trying to score with that jab. He's not pulling with it. He's not playing with it.
A lot of intention behind the punches here. Another jumping in left hook. And how about that? A nice little shovel, almost uppercut from that right hand. Very nice.
He got a lot of wrinkles to his game. I like the kid.
Gonzalez is going to have to figure out that reach. He's at about a 4-inch reach disadvantage here in this fight.
He's got to do something to get inside. He must eat a few shots, might have to jab your way in, double jab your way in, but he's got to get inside somehow, or Chaparro will like to stay at this distance the entire fight. He'll pick him apart at this distance.
Jab to the body, Chaparro, and another one. He stays in front of the veteran.
Now you see, when he came forward, Chop just back, and kept his distance. That's being locked in and engaged in the fight.
And able to use his feet with his hands. Gonzalez looking for that check right hook over the top every time Chop comes in. But right now, it is all Chaparro. And another one.
And he's in control, and he's putting on a clinic right now.
Look at that level change right hand. Beautiful stuff there. You set it up and you punctuate it, Antonio.
Yeah, this is not your average 4-0 guy. I'm telling you. And he tried to set up a counter shot right there. A lot of variations to his game.
Jab right hand, and there's spite in every punch being thrown by Chop.
I'm always looking for what a young man can do to improve his game, and I would say put a little head movement in with some of those, a little breaking in front of him right there.
Short right hand there. Absolutely, to this point in this fight, been all Chop Chaparro. And Dan, we've seen Chop a couple times now. This looks a little, not a little bit, a lot better than we've seen.
So much better, quicker, faster. You know, it seems like his IQ is better. Just overall improving, like you said, Antonio. Like you want to see get better every single time.
Man, that just goes to show you him and his trainers, his coaches are working hard in the gym.
Yep. Billy Sheldon? What was it?
Cross guard there.
Cross guard.
A little ode to the late, great George Foreman there a little bit. I'd love to see that from Chop Chop. He's just comfortable. That's what you're seeing in there, Antonio. He's so comfortable right now.
He's relaxed, comfortable, poised. He's all that.
He's shown a lot of different wrinkles in his offense tonight. Front foot.
There you go.
Counter punching.
Look at the feints.
Yep.
That's what I was just saying. I would like to see him do more of.
10 seconds.
Break in front of him, feint. There you go.
Jab again, and it has been, like you said, Antonio, a clinic so far through 2 rounds for Alexis Chop Chop Chaparro. Daijon Gonzalez took a look right in the camera there as he went to the corner. That was a look of concern right into our camera here at the show, but he's going to have to figure out this 3rd round because right now it's almost no success in this fight.
Yeah, he's been disarmed. Chaparro's disarmed him. He came out with some good offense in the first minute of the 1st round, and then once Chaparro landed that first flurry, that first combination, he's completely turned it off, Gonzalez.
Yeah, he was out of things that he can do. He couldn't dig in his bag and get nothing. And it's that jab right there. Big man having the proper distance, boom, and that jab coming consistently. And then he switched it up to the right hand. He kind of overplayed it a little bit, but he can come back to that. He can come back to that later in the fight.
Solid performance through 2 rounds here for Chop Chop Chaparro. The only thing you do wonder, again, only 4 pro fights in the corner. How do you keep your fighter focused when everything's working, but you still need to get the result at hand and not get a little bit lackadaisical?
Because it's not over yet. You know what I'm saying? Every time you step into that ring and you go another round, it's an opportunity that you can make a mistake or this guy can put something on you.
Starting this round just like the last few with the jab from Chaparro. Now showing a little bit more of that head movement as he tries to enter range. For Gonzalez, Dan, like we said, he's been disarmed, which is probably the worst thing you could be in a boxing match. Needs another combination there.
That left hook got in.
Don't want to be disarmed. You need your arms in boxing.
And I love that combination. That was a 3-punch combination. All the punches landed.
I think that particularly that shot to the body really got the attention of Gonzalez.
Well, I will say this, Gonzalez has come out this round and he's thrown more punches. In the first minute, at least.
He's trying to get his offense off.
Yep.
Nice double left hand there from Gonzalez. But again, Chop Chop really unfazed by any of it. And a jab.
That jab is like a power punch.
I mean, honestly though, Dan, I don't think we've seen him look this good ever. That jab is something that I'm shocked by.
It's a new wrinkle. It's bigger.
We've seen him a couple times, Antonio, and he's looked great. You know, he's put away guys pretty cleanly, but stepping up in competition and looking this polished, I think is the word, is something I didn't expect.
Well, 5 rounds. He only hit 5 rounds in his whole career.
Okay.
It's all first-round stoppages. So we never really got to see him really open up his offense. We're seeing it so far.
There's a nice jab as well.
But watch how he put that right hand behind that jab. Once he gets it going, he's going to slam that right hand right behind it.
There's another jab, and in these moments, if you are Chop Chop, you got to make sure to be, and there's that right hand you're looking for, Antonio. I was going to say, you got to make sure you're still defensively responsible because it just takes one. There's another nice right hand, a lead right hand, which you'd expect to see a little more of out of this Southpaw and Orthodox match.
Especially if he's Southpaw, they always say that right hand, left hook is the combination that gets Southpaws out of it. It never worked with me, but.
You ain't doing that to the Magic, man. We see those coming. There's another jab as he continues to stalk forward with 30 seconds left here in this 3rd round. And it's been all Alexis Chop Chop Chaparro.
Yes, corner 1 of the 2 there, because that jab got Gonzalez out of range. But he didn't follow up Chaparro.
Look at Chop Chop feet. They engage now. He's moving his feet in those little short stutter steps. You feel me? He got those feet engaged. Ah, good hook.
Man, that hook was so fast.
Quick. Look at his feet.
And you're right.
Stabbing punches.
There was no telling that hook.
It's like we're seeing him get better and better as the rounds go on. And you talked about it, Antonio, the feet. We're not necessarily watching, at least us, the 2 guys that can't fight, are not necessarily watching the feet when we're talking about movement, when we're talking about setup. We're talking about, you know, our hands. When you see Chop Chop move his feet and just gain that extra quarter inch, it makes a world of difference, and you're seeing it in the punches he's landing.
Yeah, because he's fighting off his rhythm and his timing. You feel me? So that's when his feet get going, he's able to let his hands go as well. I think it's a pull hook.
Bang.
Ooh, perfect.
How about that? We've seen, you know, masters of the lead hand show flashes like that. Ryan Garcia left hook is kind of what I looked at there and went, hold on a second. That reminds me of something.
But a lot of young guys, when a fighter come to them, they just fall in. They don't take that step back and continue to stay on their offense.
For 4 fights as a pro, Chop Chop showing the experience level, whether in the amateurs or in the gym, is a lot higher than that pro record shows.
He's getting it from somewhere.
Here we go with our 4th round of 6. You know, we're as the kids say, glazing Chop Chop Chaparro as he gets tagged with the left hand there. And it might have just pissed him off.
He did get tagged there, and now he looks mean. Never seen a 4th round. Chop Chop.
Neutral corner.
What happened here?
Cut us off.
Mouthpiece?
He ain't got no mouthpiece in.
Oh, man. That happens from time to time. You'll see, you know, things are intense in the corner and we forget about getting the mouthpiece back in, but definitely need that. But as I was saying, Dan, you know, we're talking a lot about Chop Chop. Out of the corner of Gonzalez, you're clearly down 3 rounds. I mean, how do you, if at all, turn this tide?
Getting inside.
Stuff like that right there?
Yep, get inside.
You know what? To his credit, Gonzalez is trying. He tried. He was close with that right hand, but Chop Chop beat him to the punch with the hook.
And it does look like Gonzalez trying to set up that center line left hand, maybe the overhand over the top. He's been close a couple times, but undeterred is Chop Chop. And that's another thing, too, you know, have a young fighter be able to stand in the fire knowing that big punch is coming back and be, all right, I'll be right here. Not taking those back steps to not be offensive, just sliding out of range, but looking to use those feet to get back in and be offensive.
Most definitely. Now, right now, he's just stalking. He don't have his feet engaged like he did the last time. He just walking. You feel me? Sometimes he start engaging with those feet, and we'll see that in a minute.
Gonzalez looking to throw more punches. Oh, tagged with a right hand again from Chop Chop. Pushes him into the corner.
And he covered a lot of space, too.
Oh, huge right hand, Chop Chop. Oh, goodness gracious. Alexis Chop Chaparro just put together a motif.
Stop it.
That's it.
Oh, he's knocked out.
He is out cold.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
They need the doctors in here ASAP.
The doctors
That guy's
need to
hurt.
step in. He is hurt badly. And Chop Chaparro just shows the violent art that is boxing. My goodness.
You see Chaparro praying for his opponent here because that was a vicious combination, speed and power and timing.
It's been a long time since we've seen someone land a combination that vicious. Every punch landed, every punch had leverage and power. Let's pray this guy is okay.
He was out on his feet before the second salvo, you know? He was out on his feet, and then Chaparro landed more punches.
Bro, this guy has so many levels to it, and he just took it up.
Chaparro's got a big
took
heart.
it up.
And by the way, yes, it is very good to see Gonzalez be able to get back to his stool. Doctors are going to check on him, but gentlemen,
There
when we
it
say
is, that right
boxing
hand.
is something you don't play,
Right there.
it's because of that right there. That is violence personified in those punches.
And let me explain to you what we just saw. He didn't load up. This combination punches, those just flow.
He took about 3 or 4 shots more than he should have, but that was a really impressive performance from Alexis Chaparro.
Wow, 5-0 with 5 knockouts.
By far the best performance we have ever seen out of Alexis Chop Chaparro. And listen, if you had questions about his commitment to boxing, if you had questions about this guy wants to do modeling, I'll tell you what, you can't walk a runway doing that.
He might quit modeling.
You gotta quit modeling and come over here, Chop. That was unbelievable.
Listen, we're giving that a performance of the night bonus tonight.
Early contender, absolutely.
That's got to be the clubhouse leader right now.
No doubt about it. And that level of violence you can't teach. That's something that you're born with. And Chop Chaparro, ladies and gentlemen, is for real. I think we're
20 years old.
20 years old and just devastating with his hands, his technique. We couldn't really find, maybe some couple things here or there, Antonio, but we had a lot of things.
Not much for 4-0, bro. Not much.
Well, let's go ahead and send it to Dasha Corrett, who is standing by to make it official.
In the fourth round, at the 1 minute and 39-second mark, your winner by knockout, Alexis Chaparro.
Their winner by knockout, Chaparro, and he's standing by with Sibley Scholes.
Alexis, how you feeling?
I feel good. You know, I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for making this all possible, you know, and my family, friends, and I want to thank Gonzalez for taking the fight, and he's a brother of mine now, so I'm happy about that.
You know, I'm listening to everyone, one of the commentators down there right now talking about your performance in this ring. The combo that you just hit to make that happen. You're adding another win, 5-0, 5 knockouts. What does that mean for you? What's the next step?
Whatever Amanda, Jordan, Nakisa, Jake got lined up, whatever they say, I do. This fight was dedicated to Nietzsche. She's sick right now in the hospital, and she's getting better, and she's a big supporter of mine, so this fight's dedicated to her.
Absolutely. Yes. Give it up. I looked on your Instagram the other day. You went back home, right? What does it feel like to know that young boy, where you started, the career that you've had in modeling, now in this ring, showing that you can dominate? How has that been for you to look back and reflect?
It was something I always knew I could obtain, but, you know, the thoughts and the demons come and they try to, you know, take that out your head. And, you know, I went through a lot of ups and downs, me and my family, but we're here now and we're going to make it count each and every time.
You put your stamp on it tonight right here in Orlando, Florida. Is there anything you want to say to the fans out there watching?
Keep supporting me, and praise be to Jesus Christ. Thank you.
Give it up, Orlando, Alexis Chaparro.
That right there is a young man with a great head on his shoulders, thinking about boxing his career the right way, and I think all of that was on display tonight in that performance. You talk about a guy that is ready for his moment, stoic the entire fight, and violent when it mattered, Antonio.
Hey, this wasn't a hand-picked opponent. Look at those shots. Beautiful timing, beautiful combination. Man, I don't know. I've been impressed thoroughly tonight with this young man, Chop.
It's hard to find the words, Dan. It really is, because you can't do anything but say, wow.
Yeah, wow, speed kills. Speed is what did it right here. There's that right hand right there that got through in about 5 or 6 shots. I'm glad that Gonzalez was able to get up and come to his, you know, get up there and feel good in there. And you're right, with Chaparro, he's very respectful young man. He's got the right head on his shoulders. He's got a great team too. I mean, Amanda Serrano is one of his role models too. So, you know, sky's the limit for Chop.
Very, very excited for what he has coming up next. But what we have coming up in just a little bit is our main event of the evening, the Battle of the Ferreiras. Beatriz Ferreira versus Maria Inés Ferreira. That main event is highly touted. We have the IBF World Lightweight Championship on the line. Antonio, it's a lot of hype, a lot of excitement from the country of Brazil around Beatriz. Why?
I mean, like I said before, twice she's been to the Olympics, medal, so she's proven she's amongst the very best. Now she's 5-6-0 and IBF lightweight champion, and I believe that Olympic experience is going to carry her a long way.
She's done a lot, Dan. She's jumped between the Olympics and her pro career, gone back and forth. That's so tough to do, but speaking of tough, the challenger is as well.
Yeah, Maria on the other side, you know, 11-0. Has more fights than Beatriz at the professional level, a little more power, at least on paper, when you look at Maria's record. And her last win, a 10-second knockout, is impressive. I don't care who you're fighting, you win in 10 seconds. And also another thing, a wrinkle here, is the Brazil-Argentina rivalry. We see it a lot in soccer, we see it a lot in some other sports. Don't see it too often in boxing, but we're starting something here, and she's coming for that belt. Maria was talking all week here at the Caribe Royale. I want that belt, I want that IBF strap, and she's getting a title shot. 11 fights into her career.
It's an exciting fight for multiple reasons. I think the number one reason, and for those watching on Whindersson Nunes YouTube channel right now live, you guys have a Brazilian superstar in the sport of boxing, maybe the likes we haven't seen since Popo Freitas. It's been a while since Brazil, a fighting nation, has had a boxer to get behind, not only at the Olympics, but at the next level. Antonio, you know what it means to be a superstar in the sport and carry the flag of your nation. How important is that to Beatriz?
I mean, it's very important because the love that she has for her country, you feel me, and the respect that she gets when you represent your country from the Olympics. So I believe that is going to just carry her as far as she wants to go. But she's in with a girl tonight that's in shape, that's strong, and we're going to see if that power is real.
You know, Dan, we talk about the commitment that MVP has to women's boxing. You see it on display with all the fighters they sign, and now you're seeing it on display in the main event of a prospect series. This one's special.
Yeah, we're constantly evolving here at Most Valuable Promotions. We signed a ton of women's talent, and we're now seeing them main event here on prospects. We're seeing them on huge cards. We're going to see in July one of the biggest women's cards of all time. So on every level here at Most Valuable Promotions, women boxing will be showcased, and we get it in our main event. Brazil and Argentina title fights, so we got a little bit of everything.
We absolutely do. And speaking of MVP's commitment to women's boxing, Sibley Skulls is standing by with a very special guest.
That's right, guys. We are backstage right now. You know the face, you know the name. Nat No Love Dove is in the building with us. The last time I saw you was in that ring right here at Prospects 12. You are here tonight as a supporter and watching the girls and the guys take it in that ring. How are you feeling about it this evening?
I feel good. I mean, we just watched an amazing performance with Chop. He looked amazing, 4th round knockout, looked good, looked strong, sharp. I mean, this is a great card.
Okay, let's talk about you right now. When you have that last fight, going into that afterwards as well, knowing what the outcome was and where you are today, what's going on with the process, the workouts, what's happening?
I think my last fight opened my eyes a bit more. I've always worked hard, and I've always been dedicated and motivated, and that's always been my thing. But now I see things a lot more clear. I know that I have to continue to prove myself, and I'm more than happy to do so. And it actually gave me a bit more of a push to train on my own too. Like on days where DJ's not in the gym, like I'm in the gym putting in the same amount of work as if I had eyes on me, and I'm opening up levels I didn't know I had.
Does it feel good to be able to open that new chapter for you and find those pieces, like missing pieces of the puzzle that you didn't know were missing?
Yeah, actually it feels peaceful. It feels like I finally discovered myself in a way. And as devastating and heartbreaking as a draw was for me, which isn't the end of the world by any means, but to me it was the end of a little chapter. I kind of opened myself up and I feel more at peace, more focused and goal-driven.
So now when you step into that ring, it's a whole nother mindset, another level unlocked.
Yeah, definitely. I like the feedback and the criticism, the hate, the love. I've learned a lot in the last couple weeks.
See, she's going places. You already, because the ebbs and flows in life, especially as you get older, it's like, oh, now I get it. Now I get it. We got a big main event coming up. We got a big co-main event. All the card tonight is amazing, but the two women holding it down for Brazil and Argentina. Do you have any thoughts on that?
These are two dogs that want to win. The face-offs I thought were interesting. You know, you had one, Beatrice being quiet, and the other one was talking, saying that she wants the belt. I think it's going to be a really good fight, but I do think Beatrice has got it. She's just a dog.
We're going to stay tuned. I'm going to go sit next to you. Can I steal your seat?
I need my seat, but you can sit next to me.
Wait, you want to take my job and send it back to the guys?
I'm down. Back to you guys.
Appreciate that, No Love. And speaking of no love, there is no love lost in this main event. Beatrice Ferreira taking on Maria Ferreira tonight for the IBF World Lightweight Championship. And once again, a commitment from MVP to the sport of women's boxing.
This is world-class sport at its peak. Witness football, volleyball, basketball and boxing. The biggest names, the biggest stages.
Brilliant finish!
The best in the world.
Got a lot to celebrate.
Unmissable.
This is off the scale.
This is where you watch.
Written in the stars.
DAZN is the global home of women's sport.
Folks, we are back here at the Caribe Royale Resort in Orlando, Florida, where our night is just now still getting started. We've had nasty performances to open up this card. We have a ton more for you. But before we get there, Sibley is once again standing by with a very special guest. Sibley, who do you got?
That's right. Ooh, listen, I don't even know how to make this introduction right now because I have watched you, the crowd, the fans have watched you, and you are holding that belt with so much pride. Tell the people who you are and what the title is right now.
Jasmine Artiga, the Animal Artiga, and this is a WBA world title. We've been working really hard for this, and I told you 2 years ago, I told you we were going to get this belt. For sure.
You did. I was actually back in your locker room when you said that to me, I believe, with your family back there. To know that you've got that, not only the belt, You have a day in your city in Tampa that is dedicated to you. You also got the key to the city, which is part of that. And I know other things have come from this win of this belt. What does that mean?
It means everything. You know, Tampa's never had a world champion, and I told you that. And I was going to be the first, and we did it. And it's huge. You know, my city behind me, you know, I'm a third-generation native Tampa-born Cuban from Tampa. So this is huge for the city. And mostly, it's really, the belt is a representation of who I am when it comes to giving back to the youth. And I've talked about it a lot too, and I'm a very big advocate for the youth. And this is just a staple of letting them know that, like, if you have dreams, follow them. Don't stop until you get there. And when you get there, it's just another mountain to climb.
Oh, absolutely. I just saw you out there. I was like, this is another level. We got to keep going now. But it's something great to be at right now and to continue going. You talk about the youth. Talk about women specifically, young girls, girls your age, women your age, who want to get into the sport or who can see themselves in you. Does that make a difference for you now?
It's huge, you know, just seeing young girls that are just like me, but the difference now is that we have the platform, and, you know, thanks to Jake Paul and Amanda Serrano and everybody who's advocating for women in boxing, it's huge for us because coming up, we had Layla Ali, we had a few others, but, like, we weren't on mainstream cards. So now this is just huge, and to be just a representation of women's boxing, you know, it's just, for me, it's a matter of doing the right thing always and showing the young girls that you can hold yourself to the highest standard and get the job done, you know what I mean? And don't sell yourself short doing it.
And manifestation is real. Think it, do it, put the work in.
Yes, but you have to put the work in, number one. God can give you everything, all the tools, but if you don't put the work in, the discipline, the time, and the patience mainly. The main thing is patience in the game. But having all those ingredients will take you very, very far.
Absolutely. Check it out. This belt. You know I want to ask to hold it, right? Can we do this while we're here? Okay. Ooh, Lord.
It's heavy, isn't it?
She is heavy.
More to come, though.
Congratulations. Listen, do you want to say anything to the fans before we get out of here?
Yes, stay tuned. I will be making announcements in the coming weeks or so. We're looking at, you know, maybe end of the summer, but we're ready to defend the belt and, you know, tie up the division. Make sure 115 has a new sheriff in town for sure.
Ooh, you heard it right here, Jasmine. Thank you so much. Congratulations on everything. Let's watch the rest of these fights. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Sibley, and we have so many more great fights here in Orlando and here at the Caribe Royale. But coming up next, folks, our tale of the tape between Raina Tellez and Maria Salinas. Tellez, 14 years younger than Salinas, but possesses a 3.5 reach advantage. Tellez, a hot young prospect, looking to make her name in women's boxing. What happens? We're about to find out.
Our preliminary main event finds itself in the super bantamweight division. Making her way to the red corner from Saltillo, Mexico, Maria Polvorita Salinas.
44-fight veteran, 325 rounds. Maria Salinas made her debut all the way back in 2008, and I'm sure she has seen how far women's boxing has come from 2008 till now. A vet of the game, much respect.
And her opponent making her way to the blue corner, fighting out of Vero Beach, Florida, by way of San Antonio, Texas, Raina Tellez.
On the other side of the spectrum here, 22 years old, Raina Tellez only has 49 rounds in her career. Undefeated fighter.
Got a big following here in Florida, Dan.
Yeah, despite, you know, she was born here in Florida, lives in San Antonio, Texas. Good-looking prospect.
This preliminary card main event is set for 8 2-minute rounds in the super bantamweight division. It is brought to you by Event Ticket Center. Don't just watch it, experience it live. Fansly, the best 18 and over content creator site. Head on over to fansly.com/MVP for exclusive content and Celsius Live Fit Essential Energy. Your judges are Harold Lewis Hunt Jr., Michelle Walker Serrano, and Tina Griffith. Your referee is Massimo Montanini. Future champions are created from the most valuable prospects. With that being said, let's meet our fighters. Fighting to my left in the red corner, wearing fuchsia with an official weight of 122.2 pounds and a record of 27 victories, 11 defeats, and 6 draws. 7 of those victories by knockout. From Saltillo, Mexico, Maria Barbarita Salinas. And her opponent fighting to my right in the blue corner, wearing orange and light blue, with an official weight of 123.4 pounds and a record of 11 victories, no defeats, 1 draw, and 5 of those victories by knockout. Fighting out of Vero Beach, Florida, by way of San Antonio, Texas, Raina Tellez.
Come on.
Folks, we are almost set to go for the main event of our preliminary card. 8 rounds, 2 minutes in the super bantamweight division. Raina Tellez looking to take that next step in her career as she takes on the veteran, Maria Salinas. This one's gonna finish up our preliminary card. Here we go. Jab right away from Tellez. And Dan, when you look at these fights, we talked about it, 14 years the elder is Salinas, 44 fights. And on the other side, you have Tellez, a prospect. What do you expect to see out of Tellez taking on a veteran of so many fights?
She's got to be poised. She's got to fight her game. Fight your fight. Don't look in there, oh my God, I'm going up against someone that has so much more experience than me. You just got to go in there and do your thing. And they're coming out with a nice pace.
We talk about 2 minutes in the women's side of the sport. You don't really have time to feel out a round. You kind of got to start getting going early, Antonio.
Yeah, I agree with that when you look at it from the minute and the times.
Ooh, look at that left hook.
You got to stay busy in 2 minutes.
You got to get going. You got to. And they both are so far.
Tellez just landed the best punch of the round so far. Quick, chopping left hook. They got the attention of Salinas.
There's a step in right hook from Salinas. We've seen orthodox and southpaw matchups almost the entirety of the card so far.
Yes, we have.
Getting a little bit of a treat there. We haven't seen those too many times here on Prospects.
Salinas switching from southpaw to orthodox. She's a little tricky in there. She's more experienced.
I've turned around in the corner and done that, but.
There's a nice left hand, but Tellez throws the uppercut to the body. There comes the veteran, Salinas, walking forward. Looking for her offense as well.
First 2-minute round of the night, it startled me. So I'm used to 3 minutes.
Oh,
nice
big right hand there from Tellez.
Tellez won that round.
Some damage being thrown in that first one. No feeling out process, no time to waste as Raina Tellez steps on the front foot and I think takes that first round.
Most definitely.
I agree with you. I am the unofficial scorer tonight. 10-9.
Oh, yeah, that's right, the Canobio card, baby.
We haven't gone to it yet, but we will. 10-9 for Tellez. She came out, she landed the better, cleaner, harder shots. Salinas' game, though. You can see why she is a 44-fight veteran. Good footwork. Doesn't look like she's going to panic.
And why she's still fighting.
Right. She's getting up there in age.
A chopping left hand over the top there, but a counter right hand from Tellez.
36. She's not old for life, but she's old for boxing.
Dan only says that because what are you walking around right now, Dan?
I'm 25 years old.
At about 10, we'll see. But you're right, though, Dan. You know, she's been able to keep herself in this game for this long, and you know, secure a record of 27-11-6 by being not only a veteran, very crafty, but understanding her spots, her moments. It seems like in that first round, the moments went to Tellez, but Dan Salinas turned around here in this second. Woo, big left hand there from Salinas, but again, we get in these firefights, and it's a 50-50.
I don't know if Salinas wants to get into a firefight.
She just shook her head. She said, yeah, come on.
I think that might be her best chance, really.
She's shorter, her arms are shorter, and you can see in these exchanges.
Check left hook there for Tellez.
Tellez is getting the better of them. You know, the end of those shots are finding Salinas, where Salinas' punches are coming up short.
Oh, see, Salinas is a very crafty, slick veteran, and she's going to time her. She's going to time her more times than not.
Right.
There's a right hand to the body from Tellez.
Like, Tellez might throw 3 or 4 punch combinations, but Salinas is looking just to land one in between that.
Well, I mean, I would say just land one. What I'm looking at is the lady fighting. You feel me? She's showing the young lady that she can take it.
Right hand
but
for Tellez.
The youth is definitely getting the best of it. The youth is definitely getting the best of it.
Tellez a little bit faster to land those punches. A little quicker to the target. Both ladies landing here in this second round, but Tellez looking to be more effective again. Oh,
nice.
Lead hook there from Salinas.
Yeah, and she came to fight. That's one thing you got to give her credit for. Salinas, even though, you know, she has an upside-down record, she's facing an undefeated fighter, she's still putting out there. She's trying.
Yep, got that muscle memory, that right hand.
Left hand, the right hook behind it is landing.
Another one.
From Salinas. And Tellez walking through it right now, but
good Salinas round.
She just got to be careful for the counter punch. That's it.
Yeah.
I think Salinas might have won this round.
Just chopping with the left hand, but to the body, Tellez goes right hand. Tellez. Here comes the combinations. And we're in a phone booth. Look at that. Forearm and
listen.
Get back to work. That was
Salinas
a fantastic round.
She may have not have won the round, Salinas, but she got herself back into the fight.
A fun second round there, and again, these 2-minute rounds are firing off. We get fireworks from the bell. Great job for both ladies.
As much as I want to see 3-minute rounds in women's boxing, sometimes 2-minute rounds, it makes sense for women's boxing. It's a more frantic pace, creates a little more fireworks.
I agree with you, and I believe the 3-minute round, it might be hard for them to keep that intensity up for 3 minutes.
You could do 3 minutes. It should be some discretion. Like, I know Amanda Serrano wants 3 minutes against Katie Taylor. Katie doesn't, because it suits Amanda way better than it does Katie. But a fight of that magnitude probably should be 3 minutes.
2.5?
Or 10 threes.
Or 10 threes, okay.
Right. But am I saying, like, discretion, like, use common sense? I mean, those words aren't always used in boxing, common sense, discretion. But, you know, for this fight, it's 2-minute rounds, and, you know, that was a close, even round. Really hard to score 2-minute rounds, too.
And you're seeing both ladies land their backhand almost at will, with Salinas landing that chopping overhand, and you're seeing the straight right hand from Tellez as well. And there's another lead hook from Tellez. That's been there all night.
Tellez's left is nice, and she's landed it often. But Salinas' left, too, in that last round.
The difference right now, Antonio, it does feel like, is that Tellez is landing more combinations when we get into that 50-50 range. That seems like that's what's pushing her and letting her thrive in this fight.
I agree, and it seems like Salinas is just landing one punch at a time every now and again, even though you got to give an effort for trying.
Tellez is initiating these flurries, and she's landing the last shot of the flurries.
Beautiful left hook there from Tellez.
Yeah, the judges see that. Who lands the last shot of the combination of the flurry? And it's been Tellez.
Good combination by Tellez. Good combination.
To the body as well. Tellez is working upstairs and down. Oh,
ooh, nice. That hurt him.
A little bit of a right hand that shook up Salinas there, but then she goes right back to the well.
Customer.
That was cool.
She's shuffling in there, showing footwork. She's like, I've done this 44 times.
My goodness. Right now she's taking some punishment, though. Tellez has been on target with a lot of shots this round.
Oh, she's picking up the intensity, getting a lot more aggressive.
Yeah, she's getting physical, too. She's kind of got one arm, one hand on the neck of Salinas.
She's framing, and Salinas still going with the uppercuts inside. Both these ladies want this fight.
Tellez is bigger of the two. Like, she should be more physical. She should do that in those exchanges, and when they're in the clinches, use that physicality.
Straight left hand from Salinas.
Wear down
there.
the older fighter. Sorry, Wade.
No, all good, man. I like the analysis there from Dan Canobio.
Thank you.
As
Be here all night.
As we head into the end of our third round here, both ladies landing some punches. Big right hand from Salinas, and then we have another flurry at the end of the round. No one willing to take back steps.
A lot of action.
Tellez won that round. Once again, Salinas said, I'm still in this fight.
But this is what you come here for, guys. Most Valuable Prospects, the matchmaking is always on point. We always get good fights, and these two ladies are bringing it just the same.
A lot of heart, a lot of determination we're seeing. Tellez, the younger, she's got
and to be
20-something rounds.
To be 40 years old, she's not even sitting down in the corner.
36.
That's what you call
I don't want to age her too much.
Somebody said 40.
You don't want to age a woman, and you don't want to add extra years on to Salinas.
That's the last thing you want to do.
But Antonio, you're right. Salinas pops up about halfway through the break there and is standing on her feet, ready for this next round.
It's an old veteran move.
It's a tough one, too.
Psychological warfare.
Mind games.
Yeah, the mind games are crazy here. But again, you're seeing she's not here just to play part in this show. She wants this fight as well. And that's exactly, we talked about it in the first couple of fights here. That's exactly what you need as a prospect, someone that's willing to go in there and not just be there for the fight, but they want to win. That's going to make you better.
Come and challenge her.
And right now, Tellez is in front of probably her toughest challenge with Maria Salinas stalking forward here. It's a right hand from Tellez, though, in between.
You know what Salinas is doing is she's making Tellez think. Every time she goes in,
another right hand.
Every time Tellez goes in, she's making her think, like I might get clipped with something, Salinas.
That's it. I like to see Tellez put the combination together like that. I think that would give her an advantage over the older, experienced veteran.
Throw those combos and then circle out.
Take a little power off.
Yep.
And get more speed.
Good footwork there from Tellez. She reverses and puts Salinas in the corner.
She got the best of that hook.
That left hook from Salinas is crafty.
Both ladies looking to fire off shots here, fighting in a phone booth.
No collect calls.
We ain't paying for long distance. We're going to stay right here and fight in this phone booth. And Tellez, once again, just goes right back to the well. Another right hand there. Oh, shot to the body. That may have hurt.
Body shot. That's how you're going to slow down an older fighter.
But you see how she's loading up with the shot. Take a little power off. Put 3-4 punch.
Left hook. And Salinas starting to slow down a bit here. As she swings and misses.
That was close to an elbow.
They are going at an absolutely frantic pace, by the way.
They offer 2 minutes for a 2-minute round.
I'm telling you, these 2-minute rounds sometimes are bangers. These 2 minute
fights.
Another
left hook, Tellez.
Great exchange.
Tellez just shoves her off and walks forward. Another body shot.
Hurt her. That body shot hurt her.
He's digging to the body as Tellez.
Oh!
And another one. Triple left hook to end the round. What a round.
Listen, the other round, Salinas did something at the end to, maybe I wouldn't say steal it, but get the attention of the judges. That was all Tellez to end that round.
For sure.
My goodness. Raina Tellez with seemingly unlimited gas tank in that round. Just went forward and could not be stopped.
To the body, but you're getting too loud here and then get close to you. Just slow it down. Once you get into that body, like he's saying, stop and sit and shorten that. That's what we gotta do, right? Come on, baby. Come on, push yourself, champ. You got this.
That's the body shot I thought got through clean. And she froze her right there. Look at that. She froze her.
And talk about that, Antonio. When you land one of those body shots and you see your opponent just stand there frozen, that's a difference maker. You've landed a ton of them in your career.
But you got to know when you hurt your opponent. That comes with experience. I think she knew she hurt her, but I don't think she knew she hurt her that bad.
Here we go.
Your corner told her to follow up. The corner picked up on it.
As we get into this fifth round, you see Tellez go directly to the body again. And I don't know how Raina Tellez's nickname is not the Tank. Because right now she is just all moving forward. Taking punishment in some cases, but also delivering it far more.
But not only moving forward with punches, but the shoves, the pushes, the physicality.
Oh,
right
beautiful
hand.
Right hand.
It was a step over, counter right hand. Beautiful.
So nasty from Tellez.
Look at how she's throwing
and another one.
She's not loading up now. Just let them float.
Salinas should maybe hold a little bit.
The timing on that
another body
counter
shot.
was so fantastic.
Salinas not going to hold. She's going to throw punches.
I'll tell you what, Raina Tellez has got Antonio Tarver almost out of his seat over here. That's a compliment you can't really hand out too often.
Man, she looking good in this round.
Oh, another left hook.
Now her timing is improving right now. She's not missing with a lot of those punches.
Salinas hasn't taken a step back either. She's coming forward, throwing punches as well.
She'll get another phone call back, I promise.
Oh, absolutely.
Tellez continuing this offensive onslaught here in this round, but Salinas standing there and accepting the challenge. Right now accepting a bit of punishment as well.
I think she's looking for that knockout. She got 3 more rounds to get it. I think she's setting it up right now. Good hook.
Jab and then the left hook.
Nasty.
Come on.
I like that jab to the body. She's incorporated that this round.
Tellez with just over 20 seconds in this 5th round and a short left hook. It's landed
Salinas
at will.
Has an iron chin.
Oh, lead hand uppercut.
That's the combination. Let him go.
Iron chin on Salinas.
You hear the corner of Tellez say, don't rush it, don't rush it. They absolutely don't have to because she's landing everything. Another body shot. Oh, another big body shot. And I'll tell you this, another dominant round for Tellez, no question about it. The most reaction she's getting, champ, is out of the body work.
Yeah, the body work's working. The body work's working. If she can continue to do that, I think she'd take enough steam to get that stoppage.
Salinas' offense has slowed down tremendously over the last 2 rounds. That's because Tellez is just taking it out of her. Could be the beginning of the end if she really continues to go to the body, Tellez.
I bet she won't stand up this round.
Yeah, not
Look
seeing
at
this.
that
No,
counter.
she's sitting down.
Come on, man.
Those punches are flush. Great timing.
And just being physical. In the pocket, just I'll put you wherever I want you. I'm going to hit you with punches, and I'm going to frame you and get off me again, and here we go.
That dog mentality.
Combinations, these are flush punches, flush shots.
And champ, how hard is that to drill into a fighter? Like obviously Tellez has that. That's innate. That dog ability, how hard is that for some people? They can be technically as great as you want them to be, but you can't push them over that edge. She's already got that.
Yeah, she got that, and that's something that she can always fall back on. You know, I say sometime in a boxing match, a fight always break out.
It's a jab right there from Tellez to start the round. And again, it's been violence personified through 6. There's a sneaky left hand from Salinas. Tellez got to be careful. Although it's been one-way traffic, Salinas still dangerous.
Oh, yeah, she's going to always try to set up a counter punch.
Some body work again from Tellez. Salinas comes back. A little bit of shoe shine in there.
Tellez is just taking the will away from Salinas. Like the fighting spirit of Salinas. It's still strong, but you can see it's decreasing round by round. And Tellez is just getting stronger and stronger round by round. That's a bad combination if you are Salinas.
Raina Tellez has landed so many left hooks in this fight, and there's another one.
I would say to the naked eye, she's probably landing 60% of her power shots.
She's picking it up right now, guys.
Salinas, though.
Hard as a rock, bro.
And it's also,
look at this. Salinas want to walk forward a little
still
bit.
coming forward, which is not surprised.
That's the heart of a champion right there.
And Antonio, when you have a fighter like that, Salinas in front of you, that seemingly you can't hurt her, is that something that is, you know, you may have to hide a little bit of disparagement, like, man, what do I got to do?
It can discourage you sometime, but when you win in a fight like this, and you know, you clearly win in a fight, you cool. You don't
Just keep
necessarily
doing what
need
you're
enough.
doing.
Just keep doing what you're doing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
15 seconds left in this 6th round. Salinas tries to walk forward, eats an uppercut for her troubles, and a right hand.
There's 2 types of fighters. One you can make quit, one you have to knock out. Salinas is one of those.
Yep.
For real.
Woo-wee. Might have to nail her to the canvas.
Right.
Goodness gracious. Another jam-packed action round here.
How you feel?
In our preliminary main event.
Take a deep breath, okay? Take another one to hold it. Let it out. Okay, you're doing good. All right, all I want you to do is pick up that double jab, press the action, double up your shots, bend that knee, Shoot that right hand right there and then chop that left to that body.
Trying to listen into the corner there, Raina Tellez. They asked her how she felt. I couldn't hear her response, but you can definitely see we're into the later parts of the fight here. And for a prospect, this is where you start to figure some stuff out about yourself. Maybe you haven't been pushed to this degree yet. Again, Salinas has been game. She gets off the stool with time remaining still once again. Again, though, this is what you need. You find out what you're made of in these moments. It's been all one-way traffic from Tellez, but the game plan is obviously to finish the show here.
You know, that's what we look for, like I say, these prospects to get the challenges that they need. So when they step up to contention, then they're ready. They've experienced it.
Yeah, you need all types of fights on the rise, right?
Most definitely.
Fighters that are just not going to quit, like Salinas. You need to fight movers. You need to fight heavy hand fighters. You need to fight a little bit of everything.
Other right hand on the counter there from Tellez.
I have Tellez winning every round, but she's learning something in each round. Mostly, how do I get a fighter out that has an iron chin and unbelievable will?
Chopping with the left hand. There's a nice sneaky lead hook from Salinas as well. We talked about the chin of Salinas, but you know what? Raina Tellez is taking some shots in this fight.
Good point, Wade.
She's been right there to answer with damage of her own. This has just been a gutter war between two game fighters. Salinas looking to now implement some of her offense on the front foot. Tellez slides around the outside. There was a chopping left hand. Referee got tangled up there for a second.
And you know what? Look like the prospect might be, taking this round off, just saying exerting herself as much. You feel me? She probably feels like she got the fight in the bag. Now she's on her boxing.
Definitely won. She's won every round. And she has to know that too. Maybe you can find one for Salinas. Do you like that when a fighter knows they're up and they kind of coast a little bit?
Oh yeah, if you won the first 5 rounds, yeah. I wouldn't advise take a round off, but she's thinking.
Right.
She's gonna pick it back up.
Oh, I just always go to De La Hoya, Trinidad.
But she ain't running though.
Right.
Yeah, that's a difference.
Big difference. That's the ultimate comparison.
Combinations from both ladies to end this round again.
Ooh, nice.
Popping right hand from Tellez. And another one. Now she's coming forward with big-time power. And they're going to swing to the end of the round again.
Salinas is smiling, guys. She's smiling on her way back to the corner.
Hey, that's what you call having fun, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, man.
Both ladies giving it their all in each and every round. We talked about Tellez potentially taking the first part of that round off. That wasn't the case in the last round. He said, let me go ahead and get back to what I'm doing. I think it was a little bit of, let me try something else. Let me try something a little different. But I'm going to get back to what I was doing.
That's another thing with 2-minute rounds is, you have time to do that. I mean, you can take the first minute off and know I only have to fight hard for 1 more minute rather than that extra minute.
Right here, she was feeling good right at the end of the round. Brought it. Landed about 3 power punches there right before the end of the round.
What a round. Salinas trying to put her glove back on there in between the rounds. She's throwing so hard, the glove's coming off.
Do you think the fight's over?
No, I think they were just readjusting there, trying to make sure. She's throwing that lead hand so much that the thing is falling off.
She was trying to get her hand all the way in there.
I'm about to prepare for this last round. You ain't even seen the power yet.
Right.
Last round here for Tellez and Salinas, and I have a feeling, gentlemen, it's going to be another swing fest. And, we talk about technique, we talk about ability and setting up your shots, but, Antonio, some of these fights just end up being, like you said, a fight.
Yeah, I mean, like, the heart right now is on display. You got a lady, a veteran that, probably is a 50-50 record, half her wins, but she's determined. Even though she's outclassed tonight, she's determined. Good hook.
And I think, to your point, Antonio, young fighters, they need these kind of fights. You need to figure out, which I don't think Raina Tellez had any question if she could fight this fight and dog it out. But you need to have these experiences where you can go and say, you know what, if I need it, it's there.
And you know what, when you see from a trainer's perspective, if my fighter's in a tough fight, she's going to fight. She ain't going to lay down. You need to know that ahead of time.
Absolutely. And again, we're right back in the pocket.
There we go.
This is how the fight started. Of course it's going to end. This is how the fight started.
Right hand from Tellez there. Backs up Salinas a bit. Now Salinas may have felt something. She took a couple back steps there. It might have been the first time in the fight.
She felt something. She's going to take 3 seconds off and then start firing.
That's how you finish. This is how you finish.
Uppercuts, and then shots to the body from Salinas. And Tellez comes back with an uppercut hook. Chopping right hand. And both fighters just acknowledge, yep, we know what's about to go down in these last 24. We talked about, you know, potential performance of the night. Oh, big left hand there for Salinas. And a right hand.
And she waited all night for the perfect counter.
There it was.
Good gracious, what a fight.
What a fight indeed. We talked about performance with Chop Chop, but my goodness, we got fight of the night on our hands right now.
Split the bonus.
Oh my goodness, they swing to the A. What a performance from both ladies, but especially the young prospect in Raina Tellez. I'd love to get the numbers. It felt like they threw 1,000 punches in that fight.
Real.
Goodness. Wow. That's how you act like a main event, though. This is our preliminary card, but take every opportunity, especially with what MVP is doing in women's boxing. You never know whose eyes are on you. And speaking of that, Nakisa Badarian sitting ringside. You don't think he wants another prospect on their roster?
I saw him standing up, losing his mind a little bit, just like we all were.
Yeah, he enjoyed the fight.
But you're right, yeah, Salinas, I don't think she won the fight, but she should get another phone call. She could show up on a prospect card. She could show up anywhere. I mean, that's a great performance.
Absolutely. And again, speaking of commitment to women's boxing, our main event still to come tonight, folks. Beatriz Ferreira defends her IBF World Lightweight Championship against Maria Ines Ferreira. Once again, it's Brazil versus Argentina. Do not miss it. Our main event still to come. And I think that's the most important part of what we do here at Prospects is we give these young fighters and veterans, by the way, because we do see a lot of these matchups where it's, you know, a veteran that's been in the game looking for maybe another fight, looking for what they can maybe revitalize their career. But we give two sides of the same coin an option. Perform in front of these people, under these bright lights, get a call back. Win a fight as a prospect in epic fashion, like we saw with Chop Chop, like we see here, and Nakisa Badarian or Jake Paul or whoever is watching, they're going to find a place for you, not only potentially on a card, but maybe with MVP.
Just move up the ranks. Go from prelim to main card of a prospect show, end up on a big Jake Paul pay-per-view. I mean, that's the pipeline. We've seen it happen to fighters, so it can happen.
It absolutely can, and I think we're ready for our official decision, so let's send it into the ring. Natasha Correct.
After 8 full rounds, your 3 judges are in agreement. Your winner by unanimous decision, Raina Tellez.
There's your winner, Raina Tellez, once again getting it done. It looks like she's standing by with Sibley Scholes.
Raina, congratulations till the very end, holding it down here in the ring. How do you feel right now? I know it's a lot to take in.
No, I feel great. You know, a new team, and I was able to showcase my skills on this platform after a 7-month layoff, and I'm extremely grateful for my team, my family, and supporters that had came out, and Box Lab MVP for letting me get a platform to show my skills.
You mentioned Box Lab. That was a recent signing back in March. I know you posted about that. Knowing that now, that team that you have that you just mentioned, where do you see things moving forward?
I see things moving fast and as quick as possible. You know, they're very supportive, and I know that they're gonna do everything they can to take me to where I need to be.
Now, I'm out of breath walking up here. You're just fine right now talking. You just threw all those punches to the body, by the way. While that was happening in one of those rounds, Antonio Tarver could not stop. He was out of his seat, and he also said, just let him flow, let him flow. When you hear someone accomplish like that, what he's done in his career, to watch and take notice, what does that mean to you?
It's more motivation, you know, having somebody like that and the experience they have and the platform they've even been on to be able to, you know, give me that from the sidelines, I was extremely grateful for that.
You want to say hi to anybody?
Everybody I know here is here, and I'm extremely grateful, and I feel all the love from the people who just found out about me and the people who haven't been able to come to my fights in so long. They're here now, and you know, I'm just overall happy and excited to see where my career goes now.
We're excited. We're going to keep watching. Give it up, Orlando, for Raina Tellez.
Thank you.
Your winner, Raina Tellez. Fantastic performance. She's thrown more punches in one fight than I will ever throw in my entire life.
Confirmed.
Confirmed. And again, just a fantastic fight to end off our prelims, gentlemen.
Yeah, I loved it. I kind of wanted to hear from Salinas, too, because she is
dog.
Made of
absolute dog.
Cement.
But listen, gentlemen, that's the main event of our prelims. We still have more to come here. Our main card about to get underway in just a bit, starting with a 6-round super welterweight matchup between Antravius Ingram and Sona Akali. Then we move to the bantamweight women's division for Bree Bam Bam Howling as she takes on Naomi Cardenas. Those are 2 undefeated fighters, folks. Stay tuned. And then our co-main event, Brazilian standout Luan Medeiros takes on the returning Crescent City's own superstar here in Florida, Tony Aguilar. And then our main event, we've been talking about it. You folks don't want to miss it. It's 10 rounds in the lightweight division for the IBF world title between Beatriz Ferreira and Maria Ferreira. That's still to come. But once again, standing by is Sibley Scholes with a special guest.
That's right, guys. I am backstage right now with Tiago. You have been sitting there watching from the booth. You are handling and holding it down for the Brazilian representation tonight and talking to the fans out there. What have you seen so far that you've liked out in that ring?
Oh my goodness, that last fight was amazing. Maria Salinas and Raina Tellez, what an amazing fight. We had great fights so far. I'm looking forward to the main event because, it's a championship. Beatriz Ferreira, the beast, undefeated. I'm looking forward for that fight.
Yeah, that belt is on the line. It's going to be a good one.
And it's a good rivalry between Brazil and Argentina. Classic rivalry that we have in soccer. And let's see if it translates to boxing as well.
I was going to say, I've been reading up about it, obviously, like you said, soccer. How much of an impact will that be if we can see that happen in this boxing ring?
As I said, I don't know if it translates to boxing. And soccer, we have this great rivalry. I hope it translates because a good rivalry, some bad blood in boxing is also good.
It's always fun.
It's always fun. And as a Brazilian, it's always good to see Argentina lose. I'm sorry.
Well, there you have it. I mean, that's all you got to say. Let's talk about the co-main event real quickly. Again, another Brazilian getting in the ring. We've got a Floridian that we know and love too here, Tony Aguilar, getting up against Luan. How do we see that playing out?
It's funny because people were saying, like, I don't see what's about Luan. When you see on paper, he has 5 fights. He hasn't faced anyone as big as Tony. But let me tell you something. The kid has knockout power. Tony is experienced. He's a very strong fighter. He's a very, how can I say that? He controls the fight very well. But Luan has some knockout power. In my point of view, in my perspective, this is the best pick for fight of the night.
We're looking forward to both. Thank you, Tiago. I'll see you out there. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Sibley. And gentlemen, I just want to go back really quickly and talk about one of the craziest highlights I think I've ever seen live. Look at this shot from Alexis Chaparro. Massive punches in bunches, and goodness gracious, I'll say it respectfully, I'm glad that we had the doctor in the ring because Antonio Tarver himself was going absolutely insane. We all were. My headset almost came out. The table almost got flipped. Dan was checking on his water. Insane. I couldn't take my eyes off of it. I mean, Antonio, the people are watching like, what do we do about something like that? Again, it's just passion, man.
Man, like I said, it's just the way the combinations came together. All the punches landed flush, and the way he just collapsed on the rope. It was beautiful.
It was.
What you saw right there is what I've seen next to you for the first couple fights. It's just he's in there, he's throwing punches with them, he's looking at the corners. I can't wait to see how this main card's going to go, too.
Speaking of the main card, folks, we still have our main event to come. Do not miss the IBF World Lightweight Championship on the line between Beatriz Ferreira as she takes on the challenge for Maria Ines Ferreira. That's still to come on our main card. Don't miss it. We'll be right back. Back in beautiful Orlando, Florida, the site and home of Most Valuable Prospects 13 Championship Edition. It is a night where boxing prospects can show their skills, and it'll be on display throughout the entirety of our main card. We are live from the Caribe Royale Resort right here in Orlando, which become home to the Prospects events. A scenic view of all the action that's about to go down. And folks, as always, I am your host, Wade Plemons, and alongside me, as always, is Dan Canobio of CompuBox and Inside Boxing. And today, a brand new host here with us. It is the Magic Man, former light heavyweight champion of the world, Antonio Tarver. Antonio, we appreciate you, man.
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
And from one legend to two ladies that are trying to become that, our main event of the evening tonight is a star-studded one. We have the IBF World Championship in the lightweight division on the line as Beatriz Ferreira defends her belt versus Maria Inés Ferreira tonight. Two undefeated fighters, but Antonio, tell me why Brazil is behind their champion, Beatriz.
Man, it's a special thing if you can go to one Olympics, but she's medaled in two. Bro, that's amazing. And the Olympics get you ready for the pros. So she's ahead of the game right now and won a championship in only 5 fights. So that Olympic experience truly paying off.
It's super impressive to be in 2 Olympics and also be a reigning IBF world champion. That's Beatriz Ferreira, who is as tough as they come. But her opponent, Maria Ferreira, 11 fights, 6 by stoppage. 4 of her last 6 wins have come by stoppage. Her last win over Joanne Gonzalez lasted all of 10 seconds. I don't care who you're fighting. You win a fight in 10 seconds. That's super impressive. So Maria has the power advantage, at least on paper. But Beatriz has the accolades that you talked about and is a title holder. So she is the hunted here.
Absolutely, the hunted, potentially trying to hunt in that main event. But you know what we're hunting for on this main card? Bangers. They're everywhere, folks. You don't have to look far. Starting with a 6-round super welterweight matchup between Antravius, Ingram, and Sona Akali. Then we move to the women's bantamweight division as Bree Bam Bam Howling takes on Naomi Cardenas in a matchup of 2 undefeated fighters. Our co-main event features Brazilian standout Luan Medeiros as he takes on Crescent City's own and returning to Most Valuable Prospects, Tony Aguilar. Do not miss that one. And of course, that 10-round main event for the IBF lightweight world title between Beatriz Ferreira and Maria Inés Ferreira. But folks, we're just 3 members of this broadcast team tonight. We have 2 more, including one that's going to represent all of Brazil in tonight's event. Let's send it to Sibley Scholes and Paula Sack.
Yeah, I love it.
We are here in Orlando. How are you feeling about being on this stage right now?
I'm so excited to be here. Orlando feels like Brazil tonight.
Ooh, it does. I can see everybody's out here. They brought their flags. They're ready to have it.
Yeah.
And I have to say to you, bem-vienda, Paula.
Obrigada. Good Portuguese. Good Portuguese. My best partner.
I'm gonna share your mic for a second. Is that okay? I'm stealing this, guys, because mine isn't working. Pretend that didn't happen, but we're gonna talk about the co-main event. Again, a lot happening in that ring. You are represented for Brazil. Tell me what we're gonna see against Medeiros taking on Aguilar.
Okay, about Luan. Luan is undefeated in 5 pro fights, but he has over 150 amateur fights. His experience in boxing, especially in fight preparation, is huge. So Tony is really talented. He's amazing, but I don't see Luan as the underdog here, not at all. So I'm expecting maybe this could be one of the best fights of the night, in my opinion.
Okay, and I talked to Thiago earlier. He also said that. He chimed the same thing. But I gotta say, no stranger to this ring and prospects is Aguilar. And I went backstage before coming out here. I snuck and talked to him and his team. And this is a quote directly from Tony about having the Brazilians out here and him being here in his hometown of Florida. He said, I got my people too. I hope that they don't take it personal when I take their boy out. That's from Tony. But we're gonna see.
This is a Brazilian party. Essa festa do Brasil, hein?
Here we go. You heard it right here, guys. Stay tuned. Fight's on the way.
Sibley's fired up. Paula's fired up. We're all fired up because we're about to get going with our first fight on the night. Coming up next, we have Antravius Ingram versus Sona Akali to lead off our main card.
Yeah, 4¼ wide, 4.5 deep. Nothing's changed. Well, maybe a little's changed.
Most Valuable Prospects 13 Championship Edition is brought to you by Fansly, the best 18+ content creator site. Head over to fansly.com/MVP to see exclusive content from our events and more of our beautiful ring card models. And by Celsius, Live Fit Essential Energy. Folks, we are back once again here at the Caribe Royale in beautiful Orlando, Florida. And it is time as we take you into our first fight of the evening, our tale of the tape between Antravius Ingram and Sona Akali. Obviously, the age, the height, the reach, they all go Antravius Ingram's way, but Sona Akali is here to prove everyone wrong, to say age is just a number. Two fighters ready to put it all on the line. What happens next? Guess we'll find out.
A lot of fighters get scared, a lot of fighters be nervous, but this is the type of stuff that drives me. I love it, a challenge. So, my name is Antravius Ingram. I'm from Orlando, Florida, and I fight out of Legacy Fitness Boxing Gym.
Intimidated? Intimidated? No, not intimidated, no. I'm gonna take it so for sure. It's already in me, so it just doesn't feel like I have to, say it. But yeah, I'm definitely taking it all. I'm here to win.
My style, I see it as no limits, basically, because I can do whatever in the ring. I could box, I could fight, I could push the opponent back. I can fight off the back foot, anything I want to do in the ring. I don't let anyone dictate me in the ring. I do what I want.
I'm making sure that the jab is prominent, and I dictate the fight. When I dictate the fight, then it's mine, as soon as I get the rhythm.
My keys to victory is just be me in the ring and just be relaxed and have fun. Number one, have fun.
Buenas tardes, mi gente, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Most Valuable Prospects 13. We kick off this main card in the super welterweight division, making their way to the red corner from St. Paul, Minnesota, Sona Akali.
Sona Akali, if that name sounds familiar, he handed Nico Ali Walsh the first loss of his career, grandson of the greatest, Muhammad Ali. Fought him in a rematch that was close as well, didn't get the win in that one. Said that fight did so much for his development, did so much for his profile. But he wants everyone to know I'm more than just that win over Nico Ali Walsh, and I'm going to give Ingram everything he can handle in this fight.
And his opponent making his way to the blue corner from Kissimmee, Florida, Antravius Ingram.
Antonio, the crowd is on their feet. You know something about fighting in your hometown.
Yes, sir.
He's a hometown kid. What does it mean for someone that's local here to represent in front of their fans?
I mean, bro, he don't have that amateur Olympic experience, but he's gotten it from the mud, bro. I like his attitude. His confidence is through the roof. He's fighting a guy with pretty much similar experience. We'll see. Can he show some separation tonight?
Boa noite, galera. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Most Valuable Prospects 13, live from Caribe Royale in beautiful Orlando, Florida. We begin our main card in the super welterweight division, scheduled for 6 rounds. This bout and all bouts tonight are brought to you by Jake Paul and Nakisa Badarian's Most Valuable Promotions in association with Box Lab Promotions as the licensed promoter. Sponsored by Event Ticket Center. Don't just watch it, experience it live with Event Ticket Center. Tickets to the best seats in the house to all of your favorite events, as well as Fansly, the best 18 and over content creator site. Head on over to fansly.com/MVP to see exclusive content from our events and more of our beautiful ring card models, as well as Celsius Live Fit Essential Energy. Our judges are Michael Ross, Efrain Lebron, and Harold Lewis Hutt Jr. Our referee is Alicia Collins. Future champions are created from the most valuable prospects. With that being said, let's meet our fighters. Fighting to my left, out of the red corner, wearing maroon and white with an official weigh-in of 153.4 pounds and a record of 9 victories, 2 defeats, no draws, and 4 of those victories by knockout. From St. Paul, Minnesota, Sona Akali. And his opponent, fighting to my right in the blue corner, wearing red with white trim and an official weight of 154 pounds with an undefeated record of 10 victories, 5 of those victories by knockout. From right here in Kissimmee, Florida, Antravius Ingram.
All right, gentlemen, you received your instructions in the dressing room. Obey my commands, protect yourself at all times. Your trunks are good here, your trunks are good here. Go ahead, touch them up.
All right. Both fighters oozing with confidence in our first fight of our main card. A 6-round super welterweight matchup between Antravius Ingram, the young prospect who's 10-0 with 5 knockouts. He's taking on Sona Akali. 9-2 with 4 knockouts, 1 notable win over Nico Ali Walsh. Here we go. First round of action.
First thing I know is we got 2 southpaws this fight.
Sona, he came out southpaw and immediately went back orthodox.
Second thing
that's right.
He immediately switched right off rip.
Well, he was a southpaw for 10 seconds.
Oh, nice straight left hand there. I mean, the biggest thing on paper, at least, right away is this massive reach advantage for Antravius Ingram.
Staggering here ringside. Got a close to an 80-inch reach, Ingram. And Akali has
big left hands already.
Job from early. Akali is woken up early to some heavy leather from Ingram, but he landed something of his own.
I still think Ingram can use his height a little bit if he wasn't standing up so tall. You feel me? Because if he's in close, Achilles gonna be able to throw some counter shots.
Right, Achilles' big win was over Nico Ali Walsh, who's not as tall as Ingram, but he was taller than Akali.